Welcome to T3 Connects with. This is a new podcast series. So this is episode 1, and I have 2 wonderful guests of mine. First, I got to shout out and thank the sponsors of the podcast, Toy Depot in Whittier. If you're in Southern California, in the Whittier or anywhere in the LA area, and you want to get some cool toys, collectibles, whatever it is, go to Toy Depot in Whittier, California. You get 10% off on Thursdays and Fridays when you tell them the code T3. That is the code T3 if you're in Whittier, Southern California. Go to Toy Depot in Whittier, you'll get 10% off your whole order, whatever you pick up on Thursdays and Fridays. So anyway, enough with that. I'm gonna bring in my guests for the first episode. This is their very first podcast, and they're gonna be rookies. So give them some love. That is Rob and Bob. What is up, gentlemen?
What's up?
So,
we live, pal?
how's it? We are live. So how's it feel to be on your first podcast?
Well, it's definitely my first. I think Bob's been on a podcast before, but
Not a live one.
oh,
They got to edit all the bad stuff I said out. So we'll see how this goes.
so far so good.
Well, there's going to be no editing of this out, so you're good.
Ooh.
So we know each other kind of within the last year or so. I don't really remember.
Yeah, something like that.
And I would say I want to thank our good friend Laura. So she was the one
Yeah.
who introduced me to you guys' channel, and it kind of just went
Shout
from
out,
there.
Laura.
Yeah, Laura. So we gotta love these comments already.
Can't see him, you know.
Anyway, so I was gonna ask you guys a couple of things before we kind of get into a little bit more. So I want to know, as for the audience that's gonna listen to this on Spotify tomorrow, and whoever watches this in the next couple of days. So tell me how you both of you guys became friends.
Ooh. Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, you gotta do it.
So me and Bob, I don't know who followed each other first on Instagram. I don't know. Maybe I followed him first, but we didn't know each other, and he always posts stories of like his thrift finds. It was always like really cool stuff that was nostalgic to me and stuff I was into. So oh cool.
Look at that.
Anyways, yeah, I would always just see his stuff. He would find me like, man, this guy, like, he knows what's up. He knows what to find. He has a good eye, and I would always just comment on his finds and be like, oh, cool, dude, blah blah blah. You're awesome, Bob. I wish I could meet you. I'm your biggest fan.
That's how he gets you.
And then I don't know. I think one time we officially met at a Toy Fusion show, and I invited him to come sell with me. I don't know why I did. I mean,
I think I was just selling on Instagram at the time. I had just started.
oh yeah,
Because I was just collecting, buying. And then I was like, oh man, I have too much stuff that I don't have room for. So I was selling only on Instagram and eBay at the time. And it was boring and slow, and I never sold anything. So Rob would see me always like, buy my stuff. So I think he was like, hey, I do toy shows. You should come sell here. You know, I do good here. You should come. And on my first one, I did great. And that's kind of what started my whole reselling journey, I guess.
yeah, we just been talking ever since.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, totally. You guys are a good duo. So how long ago was that you guys first met?
I want to say maybe like
3 years ago.
Yeah, maybe like 2022 or 2021, something like that.
Okay.
And it wasn't until like maybe like the past 2 years we actually really started hanging out more. Because the first year we were like, you know, it wasn't like as deep. Is it deep now?
It's so deep, Jesus Christ. You're just feeding me. You just want to feed the comments.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what he said.
What he said. Oh my gosh, that's
hilarious.
All right, so you guys have known each other for a little bit of time. So From me looking on the outside, like watching videos and stuff, it's to me, it seemed like you guys have known each other like a lifetime, like from childhood. So that's why I asked that question. I was like, I wonder if they grew up to each other, did they like become friends in like middle school? But that's pretty cool that you guys became friends through Instagram and your I guess love for toys.
Yeah, I mean, we're like pretty much the same age. We're into the same stuff for the most part. I mean, he likes anime. I don't really care about anime, but besides that, yeah, I don't know. It's just
I like everything, so I get along with most people.
Yeah, Bob does get along with most people,
so it's easy.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask one of you guys at each different questions, I guess. So Bob, what is your favorite toy line? It can be anything modern or non-modern, vintage, and also the follow-up question to that is, what is the toy you remember from childhood?
For sure. Let's see. At least well, my favorite toy lines change like every other week, I feel like, depending on what I just finished collecting or what I just found at the time. But right now I'm super into the South Park Mezco line from like 2000, I want to say like 2002 or so. Awesome line. I love the figures. They're made really well. The articulation on the heads are super funny. And then My Pet Monster, I don't know if that counts as a line, but I like those big plushes just because they're colorful and super scary looking. I just like anything creepy, colorful, and fun. So I think those are my two favorite for now. Like I said, it changes every other. Like if we did this next week, it'd probably be different. But yeah, it's usually tends to be anything like weird and creepy and cool.
And then, what was the toy that you remember from childhood?
Oh, for sure. I feel like the two that stick out the most as a kid were I had a lot of Batman. I want to say Batman Forever and Batman and Robin figures growing up. My mom and dad bought me a lot of those at Toys R Us growing up. I remember going a lot. And also, I really, really like the Small Soldier figures because I love that movie growing up. And I just thought talking toys, it just made my imagination run wild. So when I got back into toy collecting, around the time I met Rob, that's all I was looking for was just childhood toys. So I was collecting all the Small Soldiers, which I think I got a bunch off of Rob, and a bunch of like Happy Meal toys and weird stuff like that. Just anything I had as a kid. That's what got me into collecting. And now I'm collecting like anything that I hadn't even heard of, that I never had as a kid, that I wanted as a kid. That's kind of like what I'm looking for right now.
Okay, cool. And I know that you got your Grail item, which is the My Pet Monster, recently.
Yes, shout out my boy Canteen Plus Toy Collection over in Whittier, California, at the Toy Depot Geeking Out show. Awesome booth. He hooked me up with a price that I couldn't walk away from. It was awesome. I can't wait to be there again at the next show.
Yeah, history was made that day.
That was like the thing that was not expected at all. It was like that would be the coolest thing ever, and it made the trip like 100 times better. So that was awesome. I love it. It sits next to me every day in my office. So I love him.
See, that's the best thing about, I guess, toy collecting is picking up a Grail that you've wanted forever and ever. And I can say that I got two. One was a hot toy that one of my best friends sent me just out of the blue, just for the hell of it, and I was like blown away, which was the crow. And then the other one was the one crow that I picked out from your guys' shop, but we're going to get into that a little later.
Awesome.
So, Rob, it's your turn. Now you're in the hot seat. Same question. So, toy from childhood. What is the toy you remember from childhood? And what are you collecting right now?
Okay, toy from childhood. There isn't one specific. I mean, I grew up loving like pretty much wrestling, like WWE. And I know I used to play with my wrestling figures a lot. Like I had my own little fig fed, my own little storylines and stuff. And, if I didn't have enough wrestlers, I'll probably grab like a random. I had like an extreme dinosaur that I would throw in the fig fed, like just different. Yeah, pretty much like wrestling figures for the most part. And if I had like some other random figure, I'd throw that in. But yeah, I do remember, Godzilla toys here and there. I remember for some reason like a Voltron toy as a kid. I don't know if my dad gave me that or not. It was like one of the Trendmasters, the little ones.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mainly remember wrestling with figures. That's what I played with a lot.
All right. And then what about currently as an adult? Because we're all adults now, I guess. What are you?
Hardly.
Are you collecting? Are you hardly exactly? Are you collecting anything that you're actually collecting to keep?
Well,
I was gonna
for
say,
a minute, I was collecting 1998 Godzilla stuff. The greatest movie ever made. Like this guy right here, this Godzilla. But I kind of I tapped out of that a little bit. I was keeping that, but now I'm gonna sell it all. As of now, I'm not really collecting a lot. My store, everything I have here for sale is my collection now. I'll buy
Oh, wow.
something really rare and I'll kind of cherish it for a little bit, and then I'll take it to a new home. So that's how I collect now, is just buying rare stuff and selling it. I'm a scumbag reseller now.
Yeah, Rob's the middleman for cool and rare toys now.
Yeah. But I do appreciate everything I sell, and I like to sell the cool stuff. So, and I love to see the joy on people's faces when they buy it off me. So we both enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Seeing people buy like like toy shows and stuff, like for instance, Bob bought his My Pet Monster. You got to experience it, you got to put it on film and everything. So that right there is part of the reason why I feel like we do this thing of like toy collecting. So a lot of the reason why I think a lot of people do it is for nostalgia reasons, because there's things that I had as a kid, there's things that I wanted as a kid that I never had and never owned as an adult. Now I want it because I can try kind of afford it.
Yeah.
And I will get it hopefully. And yeah, that's the joys of collecting and putting smiles on people's faces. And you guys do a good job of doing that. So congrats to you guys.
Thank you. I mean, I do have one Grail piece that I have that I'm keeping forever. It's this Godzilla up there, the Shogun Godzilla. My dad gave me that, so I'll be keeping that forever for sure.
I hope so. I don't want you to sell that. That's a grill.
He's not allowed. I won't let him.
Yeah.
What if someone walked in with $10,000 in cash?
Yeah, I'd sell it.
Yeah, we could buy like 10 more at that point. So definitely.
No, there was no hesitation there. Yeah, I'll sell it. No
money talks.
That's true. So
sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
He's watching right now.
The collecting part of everything. Are you guys more? Because I think I know this answer, but are you guys more into the vintage versus the modern stuff, or do you have appreciation for the modern stuff?
Yes.
Definitely. I like collecting the vintage stuff, but the modern stuff is awesome. It's actually hard. I actually have to like make myself not be a modern collector, because every time I'd go to Walmart, Target, or any store to buy, milk, eggs, food for home, I'd walk out with like 10 figures. So I'm glad I don't, but I definitely appreciate all the figures that I see. When I see them, I'm like, man, if I was a kid right now, I'd be so hyped to walk down these aisles for sure. Some cool stuff being made.
I just want to make sure it's fine.
Do you think that they make toys more for adults than they do kids now?
I think so, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we've been here for 3 months.
And then let's talk about your toy show. You have two now. So tell me like the process of how that all got started and the, I guess, stress that it can cause.
You guys are probably like the 6 people from that.
Yeah, it's It's definitely stressful. I think it's stressful like the day of because like you don't know how the vendors are gonna be, and you just want the vendors to be happy. At least for me. So I think that's the most stressful part about the toy show. But other than that, it's a blast. It's fun. I love seeing the customers' reactions because they're like, "Oh my gosh, we never had anything like this in here around here." So they're just all stoked, and the vendors love it too. Yeah, I stress about the vendors being happy. I don't know about you, Bob. I don't know if
I don't care about them. I'm just kidding.
I think Bob feels the same way. He's the one that's going to the vendors, checking on them and stuff. And
Yeah, because to make sure everyone's having a good time, or some of them come by themselves, so they won't be in a like with two people. So sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, do you want to go? Take a lap around and look around, or hey, do you need to use the bathroom, or make sure everyone can do what they need to do without it being like, oh man, it was cool if I could have used the bathroom, or oh, it was cool if I could have looked around once." So. Yeah, it's I'd say it's stressful the day of, but by the end of it, it's all worth it because everyone leaves so happy with a bunch of cool collections, and yeah, the vendors are always happy because they sell all the stuff. So it's always fun when the day of or the next day people are like, "When's the next one already?" That means I feel like that says enough right there that we're doing it okay, I guess.
And speaking of the next one will be on July 27th. So if you're local to California, come to the Roseville Toy Show, July 27th.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I went. I had a good time. I went and did some toy hunting after that, and got home way too late. I got home at like 10 o'clock at night, but it was
Nice.
well worth it. So your toy show, how much planning goes into planning that?
Not much, honestly. I mean, it's pretty easy to get the vendors. They all pretty much come to us. All we have to really do is promote online, and then we'll put out flyers at different stores.
Yeah, make videos.
It's really simple. I don't know how these other promoters don't do that. Like a lot of these other promoters are sleeping on promotion. We take full advantage.
Yeah.
And that's why our turnout is so good. So it's really simple, honestly. It's not too much planning goes to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think you guys have a really good following. I mean, obviously, you guys do Whatnot. Well, I mean, we'll talk about Whatnot in a minute. So you guys do Whatnot. You guys are on YouTube. And you guys are personable. You guys are easy to talk to. So I think that also draws in the fan base of people that come. I wanted to come to your one last year, but I got sick. So I made a promise I was going to come to this. Well, last year's. So I did come to last year's. And it was a great time. I had a fun time. That was the longest I've hung out with Laura, because I think the max I've hung out with her was like 10 minutes. So
wow.
It was good time. It was fun.
Yeah.
So your next one is, you said July 27th, which is Comic-Con weekend. Same time.
Yes. So anyone that can't make it, like we never can, come hang out with us. It'll be a good time.
Which is good because there's a lot of people that can't. Well, Comic-Con's expensive for one.
Yeah.
And you need to take wads of cash if you want to buy a bunch of stuff. And my hope is I'll be able to go this year, so we'll see.
Yeah, good luck. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, hard time of going every year. So Whatnot, you guys have been on there for how long? So both of you guys.
I think this is gonna be my 3rd year.
Yeah, Bob's been on 3rd year.
You like 1 year on me, I think.
Yeah, I've been on 4 years pretty much.
Okay.
I've been on since the beginning pretty much.
Okay, that's good to hear. So what has your guys' experience been so far on Whatnot?
Want to go first?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, yeah, it's always been good for me because it started out as like just an extra way of selling stuff, because like I said, I was doing shows with Rob, selling like local toy shows and like sometimes like flea market, antique fairs and stuff like that. And I mean, I guess it started getting just boring or not profitable, so I was like, I don't want to spend 12 hours of my day setting up, trying to sell stuff.
Yeah.
and then just being away from my family and then not making even the booth fee. So I was just like, man, Rob kept telling me about Whatnot, and I didn't really want to ship stuff, but I was like, you take the good with the bad, whatever.
Yeah, it took him a while to jump on.
Yeah, it definitely did. And I mean, it took me forever to get a good flow of like what I wanted to do and sell on there. Like at first I was just selling anything. It was almost like a flea market, just a bunch of junk. Now I try to focus on like 80s and 90s vintage figures and collectibles. But yeah, I mean, it didn't happen overnight. I mean, I didn't start doing the dollar starts till like a few months ago, and it's been good. So I've just kept doing it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the most fun is the auction style because I used to do set prices and it was cool, but I'd be on for like 8 hours and I'd just be like, oh man,
Right.
I want to do something else. So now I'll do an hour a week instead of like 3, 5, 6 hour streams a week, and it's the same profit wise. It's great. So
Yeah.
I don't mind it at all. It's awesome.
I would say Whatnot's our bread and butter right now for sure. Like
Yeah.
that's what we really rely on.
Yeah. We got homies like buyers and friends from East Coast. I had a guy buy for me last night from Canada. I thought it was crazy.
Oh, wow.
I think he spent almost as much as he did on the figures as he did on shipping. And I thought that was so cool. So I mean, I doubt he'll watch this, but I threw in an extra figure and a sticker just because I was like, man, that's crazy that they would do that.
Watch him be in the chat.
Yeah, it was just awesome. I just thought that was so cool. I was like, man, if I would have known that, I would have, hooked them up more or something. So I thought that was really cool. So just have fans that we'll never get to meet, but they're buying from us on Whatnot. So I think that's cool.
Never say never. Never say you will not meet somebody because you never know.
You never know.
They may show up. They may show up to your toy show. You never know.
Just like you.
So exactly, just like me. So so Whatnot. Have you guys had any like huge issues with Whatnot as far as like buyers and stuff?
Not I mean, I haven't. I don't know if Bob has really, but
no. The only thing that comes to mind is every now and then in a blue moon, someone will troll Rob and like bid up like his coolest thing, and then it'll say payment failed, and then they'll leave, and then Rob's like, okay, let's run it again. And then they'll do it. They'll start another account and do it again.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. But it's more like I don't know. It's annoying, but it's kind of funny. Like talking about it now, it's funny. It's not the biggest deal. So I've never really had a problem where I've been like I see a lot of stuff on Reddit about people being like, Whatnot's the worst. It sucks. And I'm like, I mean, depending maybe what you're buying. If you're trying to buy like luxury goods and you think they're real, maybe it's not the best place for you to buy stuff. But if you're buying vintage toys off to guys that like vintage toys, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I know Whatnot's awesome. The community's I would say it changed my life for the better. Like,
yeah, it's awesome.
It's literally changed. I mean, did it change your life, Bob?
Sure, Rob.
It changed my life for sure. Like, I don't like. It's crazy how much it changed, but it's awesome. It's a great community, a lot of supporters. I mean, we support other sellers too, and I don't know. It's just awesome. I love Whatnot.
Yeah, and it helps me not hoard as much because I'm more a collector than a reseller. So like I tend to buy more to keep than I do to sell. So it's a good way of being like, you know what, I'll try to sell this first, and if they want it, cool, and if they don't, I'll keep it. So it's a good way to keep stuff going. If not, I'll keep everything, and I just don't have the room for it.
I throw in hats now and people. I was reading a chat comment.
Yeah, that is Millennium Workshop. You guys should check him out. He does a lot of customized like Star Wars stuff.
Oh, sick.
I think he's done a Predator. I'm trying to think of Predator. I can't remember what it was. Rex, you have to put it in the chat. So we have a mutual friend that wanted a Predator helmet, I believe, and he made the eye light up, or I don't remember now, but it's pretty cool. He does like tutorials and stuff on his YouTube. Check him out. He's really talented. He just did trying to think, from Star Wars Skeleton Crew, the little baby. I don't know. I want to call it an elephant. I don't even know what it is. I haven't even watched the show, but he did that. It's pretty cool. Nil, is that his name? I think.
Baby Neil.
Baby Neil, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
I've seen
It's pretty
pictures. It's
rad.
cute.
Yeah, I saw
so
him
he
say
does
that we.
stuff like that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he commented earlier saying that we should go to the Great Ohio Toy Show, and I agree. We definitely should go.
One day, for sure.
Yeah,
When we start making
No,
that
I-
YouTube money.
yeah, that YouTube
I just tell
money.
him no. I just tell him no all the time. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
No. That's the goal, to definitely travel and go to bigger toy shows. That's why, yeah, that's what we want to do, because toy shows around us, they're cool, but
Yeah, and the content's gonna get boring, you know, if you see the same toy show. That's why we went to LA to spice it up a little bit. So
yeah.
and now we're going to
Wow.
Reno next weekend. So that's, you know,
Yay.
we'll see.
Oh, that is next weekend. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
This weekend.
I might have.
Oh, this
Is
weekend.
it this weekend?
I thought it was this weekend.
Yeah, this
I'll have to
weekend.
double check. Oh, that is. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm gonna have to do that one too. Thanks for reminding me. So what other? So I know there's a lot of toy shows. So what's the one that you want to go to the most?
The Roseville Toy Show.
Yeah, right.
No.
Besides our toy show, Geeking Out Toy Show.
I want to go to Froggy Flip.
Oh, yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
your con? That's I think that's the dream toy show. If it's like if you're talking my favorite toy show, then yes, Geeking Out locally in California, 100% hands down. Geeking Out is the one that I look forward to and can't wait to go to again. But if we're talking like the dream toy show to one day go to, I'd say it's Froggy Flips. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
The Hoosier.
Hoosier Con.
Yeah.
Con?
Bob nailed
Yeah,
it.
Hoosier
I got
Con.
the same answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys went to the Glendale toy show the day before Geeking Out.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? Because I've been hearing for years how great it is, and then I watched someone's walkthrough video the night of. To me, it didn't seem all that great compared to what I've seen at Geeking Out. But you guys were there, so you guys tell me.
You go first.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean that shows more, you know, vintage, you know, from the 50s to maybe like early 2000s, but barely any of that. Not a lot of action figures unless they're from the 80s, and the prices were a little higher there. So I think if you're a really high-end collector with deep pockets, that's a really, really good show for you. But it was good. It was great. I mean, it's just after going to Geeking Out blew it out of the water just because it had more vendors we liked. So
yeah, it was awesome. Like Rob said, it was a lot of cool stuff. It was definitely more for collectors. So you know, when Rob and I go, we tend to try to find stuff that we could, you know, even if we could knock off a little bit, so we could make or just get our money back on Whatnot, so we can get you guys like Whatnot some cool stuff to run on there for $1. But I felt like Glendale was a bit tougher. Like I felt like their prices were too high to even try to ask for wiggle room. So I walked out with like 3 things. So I didn't love it, but we did see, like, I saw some of the craziest Chuck E. Cheese pieces I've ever seen and probably will ever see at a toy show. So like I'd say as a collector, it's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to be spending some money. You're going to see some stuff that you might never see again. And then as a reseller, you're not going to like it because you're not going to be finding stuff that you can make money. But yeah, I mean, I found stuff to keep. I found 1 or 2 things to sell. So, you know, we'll always find stuff. We'll always make the trip worth it. But exactly what Rob said, it paled in comparison to Geeking Out the next day. It was like, all right, Glendale was cool. And then we went to Geeking Out and we were like, we couldn't even keep up with like how cool it was. It was all, I was bummed on Glendale that I didn't spend a lot of money because like I said, the prices weren't great, but then I was happy at Geeking Out because I had all this money that I could spend that I didn't spend the day before. So I was like, oh baby, and I was just I spent too much money.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
I actually spent more money at the Glendale show than Geeking Out, and I was bummed because I wish I would have saved my money and spent it all at Geeking Out.
Because there was like Grail at every booth. There was like Grail here, Grail there, and like the prices were it was so good. It was amazing, and there was enough for everybody was walking out of there with like awesome stuff. It was really worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to be there, and I was also
Yeah.
supposed to be out front taking tickets, and
Dang
some
it.
unfortunate stuff happened last minute, and I was just like, I can't go. My car was like
Next
packed
time.
with all the toys that are literally to the left of me on my table, like everything, and it kind of sucked. I was really upset and bummed, but yeah, definitely this year I'll be there. I think it's in July or
August.
August.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first week, I think. First or second weekend.
Mhm. I think it's literally the week after Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, weekend after our show.
Yep. So I'll be looking forward to see you guys there. And obviously, I live like 2.5 hours from you guys, so it's not like it's that far to come down to Sacramento or Roseville. And I used to live there, so I actually have my best friend still lives there. So when I go down there, it's to go see him and or to a concert or to go buy comic books. Yes, it's pretty crazy. You have to drive 2 hours, 2.5 hours to buy comic books because there's no comic book store where I live at all.
I've been
So
there.
it sucks.
I've been there.
Definitely sucks. Okay, so geeking out,
31.
your guys' toy show, and
Hard as well.
you have a toy store, I guess. I wouldn't say toy store. It's a little bit of everything. So how in the heck did that all happen?
Hit him with it, Rob.
I feel like it
So-
just all of a sudden happened.
Yeah, so before this store, it was another store called the Swap Up. It was owned by another gentleman named Joe. He backed out of the lease. You know, he wanted to go do his own thing. So my brother-in-law Darren, he's actually here right now. He took over the lease from him, and then he invited us and Brandon. He's over there, but I won't. Yeah, he's over there. Brandon's here, so we all just pretty much, collaborated together and created the best store in Rockland. Yeah, it happened so quick. We got it open in like a month, right?
Yeah,
Month
that's
and a
quick.
half. Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
how's everything going there so far?
So far so good. Brandon and Darren are here most of the time. They're holding it down. I feel bad sometimes because we're not here a lot. I mean, we try to be, but we're not here a lot.
Yeah, Rob and I both work Monday through Friday, and then the weekends is when we try to stock the store. So we're either out of town
Yeah.
or at flea markets, antique fairs, and stuff. So, but we try to be here. I try to come at least once a week during the week and during the weekend at least. But yeah, it's hard, but it's awesome. I love it. It's a fun place to hang out,
Yeah.
and be around cool stuff all day.
And I almost didn't want to do it because I was a little nervous about, things selling, but I remembered that, there's a lot of people that support us, and there's a toy community out in Northern California. So, with all our minds and all our cool stuff together, we could attract a lot of traffic, and we have been. So, the store's only getting busier and busier every week, and I would say things are going up so far. It's going good. We're blessed. Yeah.
That's very, very good. Do you guys plan on getting a bigger place eventually down the road? I know this is just brand new, but as
Yeah.
you get busier and busier, you have to grow and actually stock more stuff and a lot of stuff. Do you want to become like a Toy Depot of Northern California?
Hey, I mean, it's a possibility. We that's the goal, I mean, we have a 5-year lease at this spot now, so we'll be here for a while. We always joke around. We're always like, if the neighbors move out, we'll knock down that wall and make the place bigger. So, I mean, hey, that could be a possibility.
That can happen.
But yeah, I mean, if this place, grows, well, yeah, we could move into a bigger building one day. Why not? If it's doable.
I think it's doable. Yeah, that definitely has to make sense, but I think it's definitely doable.
It's doable. Yeah, I mean, we're a one of a kind store because we're all very personable. We all we're friendly, we're welcoming, we're not too cool for you. I mean, if a new collector comes in, we're gonna welcome you and even show you some things if we have to. But the community we already gained so far, all the regulars that come, they're all awesome. So
Yeah, the Pokemon regulars, the action figure regulars,
Yeah.
the anime regulars. It's awesome. Yeah.
and even some of the Pokemon guys, they're starting to dabble in the toys a little bit. So we're kind of converting some of them.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
You know,
you guys
Brandon and Darren,
do
they're like really, really good people. They're nice people, and
yes, they
you
are.
know, they're the backbone of this place for sure.
Yeah, when I went in, I met both of them because I got off work and went straight from work over to you guys' shop. And I actually drove right past them. All dang it! Turn around, went in, and I was like, I'm actually here for that right there. And he's like, oh, okay. I was like, I let him know it's coming, so I'm here for this. I'm like, I drove 4 hours. No, I didn't tell him that. I said I drove like 2 hours for it. It's actually right here on my desk, and there you go. There it is.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember this? You guys remember that? No.
It's been so long.
Yeah, it's been so long.
It only lasted like 2 weeks in the shop. You
that.
swooped it.
Honestly, if I didn't even pay attention, I would have never known. I would have been super bummed if I would have missed out on that because I've been looking for this damn thing for I don't know how long. I think ever since it came out. So
yeah, I mean, if I would have known you wanted it, I would have just contacted you right away. But
yeah, we thought you had it already. That's why we didn't.
yeah,
We just assumed you would have had it.
yeah, there's a lot of things I don't have. There's a lot of things I didn't know existed until the last like couple years. I knew this existed, but there's other things that didn't exist that or didn't know existed, and I'm like, ah, damn it, now I got to get it. I mean, if you guys could tell, I have it all behind me, so it's all
Yeah.
right there. A Hot Toys is in the house. That does not stay out here. There's no way that's staying out here. So you guys do toy shows, flea markets, swap meets, all in the Northern California area. So Roseville, I'm assuming the Bay Area also.
barely, not really.
Okay.
We don't like going to the Bay Area unless we have to.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not a
pretty
fan of
much
the Bay
only go
Area.
for San Jose.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll hit up the Concord flea market. I don't know if you consider that. I don't think that's considered Bay Area though. We've never been
Possibly.
to the Alameda. That's one day maybe, but yeah, not yet.
Have you guys considered going to LA flea markets?
To LA for the flea markets.
Yeah, like spending a whole weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we heard about that San Diego one that
The Long Beach. We heard Long Beach flea market is like insane. Pretty much every vendor that we were buying from that weekend at like Geeking Out was like, yo, if you're gonna be here tomorrow, you have to go there because they're saying that's where they find all their stuff and that's how they can get it for good prices to sell it to us for good prices. So I was like, oh my goodness, if we're getting good prices here, I can only imagine. So it's definitely something we'd like to do. We just didn't have time last time, but I would love to go there and Rose Bowl one day. Rob's been Rose Bowl, but I would love to go at least once if I could.
That's definitely something I think more realistically we'll do Rose Bowl sooner or later.
Yeah, get some footage there. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, we just gotta make more YouTube money.
Yeah, so they can pay for our hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Roseville one I hear is very, very crazy. It's like I think thousands of vendors, not just toys. There's everything you can think of, vintage shirts. Like I said, anything you can think of, they probably have it. The Long Beach one I haven't been to, but my buddy and my other podcast I have with him, he went last weekend and he scored a lot of good stuff. And he went to one table and the whole probably like 12 feet of table was all toys.
Yeah.
Like vintage stuff. McDonald's toys, like anything you can think of, he was just picking up. And I was like, what the heck? VHS, Laserdisc, anything. And it's funny that you mentioned South Park. He was like rolling through on the video in his video, and I was like, dude, there's a lot of South Park stuff. So there's a lot of South Park down there.
Yeah.
Every time he goes, I always see it in his videos. I'm like, dang, they have a lot.
Yeah, we got
so definitely something to definitely to go. I think that one's once a month or something like that. I know Kevin
Good,
was telling
Brandon.
me it's one. I think it's like once a month, and then there's another one. I can't remember the other one. I want to say it wasn't Huntington Beach, but I've been to one down there and it was okay. But there's one that they have
There's
on
another
the
one in
weekends
San
with
Francisco, or not San Francisco,
yeah,
San Diego, called Kobe's
that
Flea
one I've
Market.
heard. Yes, I did. I have heard of that one, and I think someone did a video on it, and it looks really, really cool.
Yeah, that
Lot,
one looks really
lot,
good.
lots of money to be spent there at all of these things.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna read this question, I guess, from Craven the Collector. Actually,
Oh,
I'll put it up here. You guys can read it.
yeah. Curious, how do you guys gauge the difference between modern resellers and vintage resellers based on the stigma around resellers? How do we gauge the difference between them? Is that his question?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I feel like he answered. I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like he answered his own question. One seller sells vintage, one seller sells modern stuff. You know, like when you go to toy shows, you see one vendor, they have Funko Pops, Marvel Legends, McFarlane DC figures.
I just keep on walking.
Those are modern collectors, you know. And then vintage, you're gonna see some 80s Masters of the Universe, some TMNT, some Thundercats, you know, that's a vintage seller. And, you know, I mean, I would say it's pretty easy to differentiate.
Yeah, Rob and I have literally walked into toy shows and immediately been disappointed because we could tell. We're just like, oh, you just see like the plethora of like we just like seeing stuff you don't see every day, and when it's just a bunch of stuff that you can find at a local store, it kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
I like going to
Mhm.
these places to hunt for stuff that I can't find everywhere every day. So when it's just a bunch of stuff that anyone could walk into a grocery store and see, we're just like, oh man. But
Yeah.
I mean, people are buying it, so I mean, no hate to them. That's just what I like. So
Yeah, we like what we like. I mean, we appreciate, you know, the modern stuff. You know, the people that sell it are cool. It's just not what we're looking for. Um, yeah.
every now and then they get us with something.
Yeah.
Like the new -1 Godzillas. I don't know. I'm a sucker. Like the Street Sharks that came out recently. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, we can't help ourselves.
And you know, since the store just opened up to, like, me at least, I'm starting to buy Marvel Legends again for the store. I'm starting to buy some like modern stuff,
Some
like
NECAs.
some Super Sevens, you know, for the store.
Mhm.
So for the store, I'll buy some new stuff for sure.
And then your YouTube. So your YouTube. How long have you guys been on YouTube together?
2
I
years.
think almost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like 2 years.
about 2 years
Yeah.
or so.
And you guys have gotten you guys have hit 1,000 subs, correct?
Yes. Yes.
All right. See, you guys are doing
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, that was a major goal of ours, and we finally hit it.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, and we did a giveaway too for the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years. Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, and honestly, we didn't like. I wanted to film our first video at the Red Barn, and it was just for fun, you know. It just kind of like I was like, you know, we're driving far. I might as well film it, you know, and just make
Mhm.
a fun video. And I don't know, it just kind of continue to be a thing. Maybe I just got addicted to doing it. I don't know. I've always been into making videos. Like I grew up skateboarding a lot, and I used to film skaters and edit skate videos. So maybe that just kind of like trickled into toys, even though I never intended to do it. But it's just really fun filming videos. And yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
I agree. I enjoy doing YouTube. Sometimes it could be, I guess, kind of stressful if you put, like, I put too much stress on myself on doing YouTube videos. I used to do like 2 or 3 a week, and now I'm down to this one because I'm just busy. My job keeps me super busy, so I don't really have the time. And on my lunches, I'll go film, and then after work, I will film, and that's pretty much it. Kind of hard to do that when you don't have anything besides a Walmart, a Target, and a GameStop. That's pretty much it. And there's no vintage anything around here. So all my
Yeah.
vintage finds and stuff or filming is going to be when I go to SAC or LA.
Yeah.
I don't go to San Francisco because I'm not a big fan of San Francisco. And
Yeah.
and when I do go there, I wear all my Seahawks stuff because they don't like the Seahawks. So
You're a brave man, sir.
Scary.
I just think it's funny in reality.
I don't even make
so
eye contact with people.
Yeah.
I know you did not. You
You're
did not
brave.
make eye contact with me. No, I was kidding. Your guys' YouTube channel. What you guys is like? I guess is there an end goal for that? Besides the 1,000 subs, is there? Do you guys want to get to the next step and get to like 10,000 or a million?
I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, the only reason why we are still doing it because I mean, a lot of people keep saying they like our videos. A lot of people keep asking us when's the next video dropping. Especially in the beginning, like we didn't even really expect to make it a thing. It just kind of like people kept asking for it and they liked it. So I mean, we just kind of kept doing it. I mean, yeah, you had anything to say that?
Yeah, no, I mean, no real goal. I mean, I guess the only thing that would be cool is because, like I said, we both have full-time jobs and, we always have to still do our we want to say real jobs, but this is like our fun job. So I mean, the only thing I guess would be the goal was if one day, YouTube paid enough so I didn't have to work my boring job,
Yeah.
or not even that, even if they just paid for my gas and hotels for when we go to a toy show in LA or somewhere, like that'd be cool. Like I'm not trying to get rich and famous. It'd just be cool to like be able to do more because of it. It'd
Right.
just be rad and have
Yeah.
more time to do it. If I didn't work 9 to 5, I'd have more time to make more videos or film my own stuff or.
Yeah, I mean yeah, that would be great if we can get paid enough to where we didn't have to work. That I mean, I don't want to say that's the goal because then it's like I don't know. I think that can drain somebody when they're trying to reach that because not
Right.
everyone does it. I mean, I see potential in us in doing that, but I'm not going to get my hopes up.
Same.
But at least I know we can make enough that can cover like car rentals and airplane trips and stuff. I know we can do that with the money we're making now. So, um, but yeah, if we grow to something big like Froggy Flips or whatever, that would be cool. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
Yeah, YouTube's man, it's a giant animal. It's hard. I feel like it can be hard to tackle, but we're all in a niche of I guess the toy hunting and the toy collecting. And I feel like a lot of these channels do really well, especially if the person behind or filming is entertaining to watch. And that is why you guys are fun to watch because you guys are entertaining. Not only that, a testament to you guys is meeting you guys in person versus and then like your videos. You guys are identical to what you guys are on film, basically video wise. Because a lot of people will film and you meet them in person, they're completely not what you expect, and they're either jerks or assholes. You guys are not. You
Yeah.
guys are exactly how you are on video, just like how I am. I'm
Yeah.
like the same, and that's
Yeah.
good because not a lot of these content creators are that way. So
Yeah.
good. Kudos to you guys for being authentic and genuine. You guys are super cool. So hats off
Yeah.
to you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're just two regular guys, just like you, just like everyone that watches. I mean, Rob just knows how to edit. That's the only difference. Like anyone could pick up, and do what we're doing, but it's just, I guess, yeah, just a matter of being true to yourself and liking what you like. We don't try to like, oh, we should do this because this is hot right now. We just do what we like, and people tend to like it too. So I mean, yeah, and I mean, I've always been of mind of treat people the way you want to be treated. So I mean, if people are nice to me, I'm nice to them. If they're mean to me, I try to just avoid them. I try not to be mean back. But yeah, I mean, everyone so far has been so awesome when they come up to us and say, "Hey, I like your videos." And they're really, really friendly. I never know what to say, so it's like I just say thank you and I hand them a sticker because I don't know what to say. But thank you, everyone. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very humbling.
It's humbling. At the San Jose Toy Show, we got stopped like 30 times by people just saying they like our videos and they watch.
So that's always
It's
fun.
insane.
Yeah,
We did not expect that ever.
Yeah, it's a little weird, huh?
Yeah.
definitely.
Did you guys get a lot of people ask you guys for pictures?
At the San Jose.
San Jose, I don't think anyone did this time. We've had before.
At the Geekin' Out show, a lot of people wanted to take pictures.
Yeah, we got a couple, which was surprising because that was our first time in LA.
Yeah.
But there was random people that actually seen our videos, from vendors to just random shoppers there, and I think that was one of the first times, yeah, that we got like a family picture with this awesome group of this family. Our friend, he does YouTube, Austin the Brimstone. He does Shrek
Mhm.
content. So
Yeah.
check him out. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And then his family, I think it was his mom, does like a lot of doll like collecting and content. I think it's like dolls on the go on Instagram. Awesome, awesome content. Great family. They're super awesome. They made us feel like rock stars. So shout out to them. And yeah, that was very humbling, very fun.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, you guys. It's hard because we live on the West Coast, and I don't know what I expected with YouTube. I didn't really know because I know it's just going out into the world because pretty much anyone can access YouTube all over the world.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe more people on the West Coast would be watching like what I have, but a lot of, if not majority, when I look on my YouTube stuff, followers stuff is all on the East Coast, and it's like barely anyone in California. It's very interesting. I was like, oh, that's weird. I think that I'm from California, all the California, but I was like, oh, whatever. It's
Wow.
interesting. So I think more and more people in like Southern California, if I'm talking like California, watch me because of my friend, because he's like been on YouTube for like 10 years. And like I had him on a podcast that I had a while ago, and then we kind of just formed a friendship out of that. And then I went down there and we went and did toy hunting in his area. And we went to the SoCal Gaming Expo, which you guys, I suggest go to that. It's coming up in June. It's very, very fun. It's a lot of games, but it was surprising to see how many toys, vintage toys. It was like bonkers.
Wow.
I was like, this is not what I expected. But it's very, very fun. The guys that put it together are great. But yeah, I would suggest maybe checking that out. I'll be going again this year. But yeah, LA, it's interesting to, I guess, walk around places and like people like, are you T3? And I'm like, yeah. And it weirded me out. I didn't expect it. I'm like, I live like 9 hours from you, and it just was weird.
Yeah, it's
So,
awesome.
You guys will experience the same thing because you guys are known down there. I already know because I have friends that watch you guys. So have you heard of them? I'm like, yeah, actually, I have watched them. So I've been watching them since the beginning. So yeah, a lot of people down in LA know who you guys are. So you guys have a following down there. And the more you guys go down there to like the flea markets, you build relationships, those guys will hook you up. Trust me.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, they already did, and everyone was super friendly. And I don't know if some people gave us good deals just because they watched our videos, but if they did, that was so cool of them because no one has to give us a good deal. So I think it's very cool of them to be like, they know what we do. Like some people are like, oh, I don't want to sell to them because they're gonna resell it, but most people don't care because they know what we do already. So they're just like giving us good deals because they know what we're gonna do, or they know what I collect, and sometimes they have gifts for us and stuff. It's so fun. It's the best. I love it. Yeah.
Actually, Bob always gets gifts. I never get gifts.
Well, I collect stuff, so Stop selling everything, Rob, and then
Yeah.
maybe people give you stuff.
Yeah, Rob, quit selling everything. Maybe someone will
Yeah.
just give you something. But
Oh,
like, if I
man.
give this to him, is he gonna resell it? And you're gonna be like,
Exactly. You can't trust this guy. Trust this guy. This guy.
Yeah, you out of here?
I'm out of here, guys.
Later, Skate.
Later, Darren.
So Craven the Collector has another. I guess you wanted to follow up his question.
Oh, okay.
So he said, my bad. I feel like modern resellers are looked down on by majority, and vintage resellers, on the other hand, are accepted for lack of a better term. Do you guys share that view?
Okay, I'm gonna answer this honestly. So I mean, we don't hate modern resellers. That's nothing like that. Nothing negative. I think maybe look down on is probably the wrong term. It's just like we said, we want to see stuff that is hard to find. A lot of the modern stuff, you can literally find it at Walmart right now, or Target, or Ross. We go to toy shows to find deals and then find stuff we can't see often, and it's kind of heartbreaking sometimes seeing Marvel Legends that you can find at Target right now, and they're asking like $10 more than what it's going for. So it's like it's just it's disappointing sometimes, but it's like I know I used to sell modern stuff a lot too. I used to sell modern Marvel Legends, so I know there's a customer base for it. I know there is, so I can't fault anyone for that. But as a vintage person, we want to see the hard to find stuff. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, it's more of a challenge too. I feel like it's harder. And the only time I guess that I get upset with like modern resellers is like I guess for example like right now Pokemon, you can't find any Pokemon cards at retail because every person that doesn't even like Pokemon is buying them to flip them for double or triple the amount.
Yeah,
And,
scalpers.
yeah, and that sucks for
Yep.
for actual collectors or actual kids that are just getting into it. So that I don't like. That stinks. But I mean, it's it's gonna happen because there's money to be made there. So I can't help it. But yeah, with vintage, it's a lot harder to do that. You can't really find 100 of the same vintage figure and be like, haha, like
Yeah.
now I have all of them and you have to pay my price. Like, they can buy it off you if they want, or they could try to find it somewhere else. Like, you know what I mean? So I guess that's the only time that I get upset. But I mean, I can't really hate on it because I get it that, they're just trying to make a buck. But that's the only time I feel like it sucks. Is like, man, I wish I could walk into a Walmart and just buy a pack of cards, but I can't.
Right.
I have to pay 3 times more.
Yeah, it's just we don't hate them, but I mean there are some scumbags that they'll buy everything off Walmart and Target and scalp them for way more. There are scumbags that do that. I'm not scared to say that, but I know there's some good guys out there that leave some behind. I know there is. So
Yeah, I would say my cousin was one of those scumbags because he would go during the height of the pandemic. He would go to every Walmart and Target in like a freaking 4 or 5 hour vicinity and buy out every trading card known to man. I'm like,
Oh
what
my
are you doing? He's like, I'm making money. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you're the dude I don't like, even though you're my cousin.
I know.
I still love you, man, but
Yeah.
I hate this.
You want to be
scalping
happy
thing.
for them, but you're like, that sucks.
You guys want to know
Yeah.
another kind of scumbag out there in the thrift world? There's another scumbag out there. You know those bags of toys in the toy section? There's those scumbags that rip them open and steal the good one out the bag and walk away.
I saw someone doing that the other day. It was funny.
That's a thrift scumbag right there.
That is true.
Yeah.
Here's a question from Mike B, the Toyana. What up?
Mike
B.
What is the most aggressive situation with other resellers or hunting you have seen out in the wild on the hunt?
Ooh, for me, I'd say it'd be. I'm sorry, I can't sit anymore. My butt hurts. I would say it'd be I used to go to the Goodwill bins a lot.
Ooh.
And I had to stop going because I was gonna I would be getting into verbal arguments with like people my grandma's age, my grandpa's age, and I was just like, Like, why do you act like you own this place? And I was going there just to try to find like toys to sell on Whatnot or like a T-shirt that I could wear. But people are there like trying to pay their rent and trying to pay for their lunch and dinner. So like people would be there from the second it opened to the second it closed, and they would be so aggressive. So I actually just stopped going after a while because I was just like, I don't like this. I like being able. I'm a stoner. I like being able to just like be chill, mellow, walk into somewhere and at my own pace, look around. I don't like being rushed or like, oh, I gotta look through this right now. And like, I just like, yeah, I like hunting at my own pace. So if I have to be rushed, I'm just, yeah, or anything aggressive, I'm just not about it. So I just avoid it.
Yeah, the bins are pretty savage, but
Yeah.
other than that, I would say everywhere's pretty chill for the most part.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree. I know, like, I met you for the first time at the cave because I was actually working in that area, and you found a Spider-Man. Did I lose you guys? I think I may have lost you guys. I think we lost Rob and Bob. Oh no. I think we did. I think they got cut off. Yep, they must have lost internet or something. But anyway, well, that's unfortunate. There we are.
Are we good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, sorry.
Now you're good. So the cave, which is where I met you the first time in person, you
Yeah,
found
yeah.
a Spider-Man, and you let me buy that, which I appreciate. It's still in the bag, seriously, in the bag next to
Oh
my
my
bed.
gosh.
Still. I posted that thing. I don't know if you've seen that post on my Instagram, but it has a lot of comments and a lot of likes, which I was surprised. I think that night I woke up the next morning, I had 400 people offer me over $200 for that thing.
Are you serious? Wow.
Dead serious. I was just like, why am I getting, what is going on? And I'm like looking, I literally stopped scrolling because I couldn't scroll anymore. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I just literally told them all. I think the next night I stayed up like till 2 in the morning and telling them all, it's not for sale, it's not for sale, it's not for sale. Crazy.
And it was only like $15, right? Something like that.
It was like $6.99 or something.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad
Pretty
you got it,
crazy.
dude.
I appreciate it. I was like, I kind of feel bad now that everyone wants this thing. I was like, dang it, maybe I should just get it. Maybe I should just give it to them. But no, it's still
No,
sitting on the bed in the package.
you're a
So
collector,
shout out
dude.
to you
Keep
for
it.
that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a Spider-Man collector. Well, yeah, Spider-Man, the Crow. I'm a Marvel Legends collector #1. I have been for the longest time. When Toy Biz had them then. All that stuff went away with, long story short, an ex-girlfriend that I was engaged to did some not cool things and sold them for like a dollar.
Oh,
Yeah, long story short. So I don't have like a
when was
majority
that
of them are
sale? I
all
should have been
gone.
there. I'm
Wait a
just
minute. I think
kidding.
you
Brown
were
bag.
there. You were there. No.
Uh,
So it kind of sucks. So now I'm kind of like backtracking. Got the modern stuff, but I'm like going back to get the stuff that I used to have, and it is expensive now. Way expensive.
Mm-hmm.
damn. Well, let us know what you're looking for, and we'll keep an eye out. We'll give you a deal.
Yeah, I know. I have to say, Cardboard Commission hooked me up on the Spider-Man Classic stuff, so it
Sick.
sucked because I left your guys' show and I was like, dang it, I meant to buy those. And that message, I'm like, hey, do you still have these? Like, when I get home and unpack, I'll check. He did, and I was like, just tell me your Venmo, I'll send you money. And that was
Yeah.
literally it. Cool. It was like so cool and seamless. It's awesome. Besides that, so I want to get you guys' thoughts because I know, Rob, you watch wrestling. I watch wrestling. You guys didn't know this is probably going to go there, but tell me about what you thought about Elimination Chamber.
Man, that was history breaking stuff right there, bro. I had an idea, maybe maybe one day
Mhm.
John Cena would turn heel. A lot of people were saying, oh, why would he do that on his farewell tour? Well, me, I was thinking I could see him turn heel and then maybe get humbled by somebody and turn babyface again. But dude, yeah, that was an epic moment. It almost felt like Illuminati-ish because you know how they're all celebrities and like
Right.
you had I forgot the rapper dude. What was his name again?
Oh, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott was there, saging himself. Like it was just kind of weird, seeing all that. But yeah, dude, I like it. I'm stoked that John Cena's turning heel.
Me
They're
too.
really,
I
yeah,
figured it was gonna happen eventually. I didn't expect it to be this, I guess, late in the game.
yeah,
But I was actually like kind of shocked. But then when he did the presser for the last PLE, he kind of gave it. I felt like he kind of gave it away. He's like,
yeah.
I'm
He was hinting at it for sure.
yeah. And then like everyone, there's an angle with the Rock. I try to remember, was it Monday Night Raw? No, might have been WrestleMania. Can't remember when the Rock comes out. I think it was when Roman and Cody teamed up for that PLE. I can't remember which one that was. Rock came out, kind of like stared him down, whatever, and he does like this.
Yeah.
But there's an angle. There's an angle where he shows him doing that from behind,
Ah,
and oh, he gave the hint a long time ago. I
yeah,
was
he
like,
did.
how did I miss that? But that was like Hulk Hogan and the NWO thing. That was literally like mind blowing. John
Yeah.
Cena, a bad guy.
John Cena, yeah, man. He's a legend. I used to boo him a lot in his peak. Like I was a big Cena hater. But now I
Hater.
respect him. I respect I love that guy now. He's great.
John.
And then him just turning heel, adds to it. I'm super stoked on it. It's great storytelling. It's gonna really put
Exactly.
Cody Rhodes over. It's gonna make him the top babyface. So
Do you think he wins the WWE Championship at WrestleMania? Cena?
yeah, I want to say yes. But at the same time, I feel like Cody should win, so it could be like a passing of the torch type thing.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's hard to tell. That's what I love. I love
Yeah,
when I can't predict things.
me too. I have a feeling they're gonna let Cena win it, but I'm like, why? Because he's retiring. What's he gonna do? Give the belt back or
Well,
drop the belt like the
they
next
want him to
night?
beat Ric Flair's record.
Yeah, and that was like a record I don't think anyone ever thought would ever be broken. And I think
Yeah.
Cena's the right guy to do it, honestly.
Yeah. Bob
Yeah,
loves
pretty
John Cena.
crazy. I think he's more of a Drew McIntyre fan.
You like Drew McIntyre?
I don't know who that is.
I just said it because of the hair, the long hair. That's it.
No, I had
I
Bob.
want to see.
Bob, he watched the Royal Rumble here with me and the other guys.
I
So
did.
he actually,
Cool.
yeah, that's a good pay-per-view to watch with like non-wrestling fans.
Mhm.
It's fun.
Yeah, I watched it as a kid, but I just didn't. I stopped keeping up with it when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
Been a
I
while.
kind of got out of
Been a
it
while.
when I'm trying to think. When did I get out of it? Probably after the Attitude Era, because it just became. I don't know. It kind of got boring, and it started becoming like WCW, which I never really liked. It wasn't
Yeah,
entertaining. All the storylines were very predictable like for a long period of time. And
yeah,
obviously AEW came out, so WWE had to step up the game. And I feel like WWE is like on literal fire, like they're killing it. And
yeah. Yeah, it's
I don't
amazing
tune
right
I
now.
haven't yeah, I haven't tuned in W or Monday Night Raw in years. And then this last probably year and a half, now that on Netflix, it's a lot easier for me to watch it. But I would just I started getting that to my wife's like, "Are you watching wrestling again?" I'm all, "No."
No.
Like, I'm all, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yep, I'm going to the bedroom to watch it because I don't want to hear you complain about me watching." She's all, "They're just dudes in underwear like topless. I'm like, oh,
And girls in
like,
underwear.
dude,
Don't forget that.
yeah. See, like, where's my Alexa Bliss fans? Come on.
Yeah, thank God my wife, she can watch it with me. She likes watching it, so that's
See,
something we can watch on
cool.
Mondays. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
There
it's
was
fun.
a question in here that I wanted to pose because I was on top of this anyway. So, Phoenix Rising 3, what's the name of your store and where is it at?
That's my dad. Shout out, dad.
Oh, there you go.
So those of you who don't know, the name of our store is Collectabros.
Freaking sticker.
Yeah, Bob's gonna grab a sticker and show, but it's in Rockland, California. Oh yeah, Collectabros right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
You should plug that anyway, anytime, throughout this whole time.
Yeah,
Plug it all.
Collectabros. If you're in Northern California, come check us out. It's literally just a bunch of bros
Collecting.
hanging out. That's literally what this place is, Collectabros. It's awesome.
And how did you guys come up with that name? Was that something it just came up? Is it because of the family dynamic?
Well, my brother-in-law Darren, he instantly just had that name already in his head, and yeah, we all just kind of agreed upon it. We're like, yeah, that's cool. Like, why not? You know, we are bros, like, you know, and we all collect, and yeah, I don't know, it just makes sense. It's a cool name. It rolls off the tongue well.
Collectabros.
It's easy to remember. That's why I like it. It's easy to remember.
Yeah. We like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I'm glad it's
So
not
I'm-
called like something boring like the Rockland Toy Show or Toy Shop or something or a collector shop. I don't know.
Or Toy Depot. No, I'm just kidding. Kevin's gonna kill me now.
Yeah. Sorry, Kevin.
We love Kevin.
I can't say that because they do sponsor this podcast, so he knows I'm joking. I love Kevin. So this is your guys' time, either together or individually, to promote everything, and I guess everything and everywhere. So you guys can take your time now to plug your Instagram, your YouTube, your store, your whatnots, whatever. So who wants to go first, Bob or Rob?
Bob, because B's first in the alphabet. So find your boy on Instagram and whatnot at Bob E Thrifts. That's BOBE Thrifts. In any form, check it out. Instagram and whatnot. YouTube. Rob and me are at the Coollectibles Show. That's collectible with 2 O's for Coollectible. I think that's pretty much where you could find me for now. What about you, Rob? Hit him with it.
Yeah, I mean Rob's Collectibles, you know. Oh, I got this. I could show this. It might be backwards, but Rob's Collectibles right there. That's my Instagram. Whatnot, same thing. Rob's Collectibles. Then, as Bob said, YouTube at the Coollectibles Show. We try our best to, you know, post a video weekly, but you know, it might not always happen. But we try. We're trying.
And then there's also the Collectabros Instagram page. So please follow that, Collectabros Rockland.
Yeah, please follow that too.
That would be awesome. The more followers, the better. It'll just get our name out there. And then also Rob has a collectible store
Oh shoot.
Instagram where he posts a lot of like the higher end, weird, rare stuff. I would highly recommend following that. A lot of cool stuff on there.
Yeah.
I think that might be it for now.
Well, I guess, and we do got to plug, you know, the next toy show we're hosting.
Yes.
The Roseville Toy Show, August 27th, 2025, Roseville, California, at the Roseville Veterans Hall. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Same place, same time.
I recommend not going there early because it's going to be super packed. And then, yeah, maybe like around 12-ish is a good time to show up because there's less people. But yeah, it gets crazy there in the morning. We have a long line.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're a psycho like us and you
True.
like first dibs and you like getting in there right away, I suggest getting there at least like an hour early because last time that line got out to the street. It was awesome. I couldn't believe it. That
Yeah.
made me super happy. But yeah, like Rob said, because I know that's the only thing we've heard. Like slight complaint from last show was
Parking.
yeah, parking can get tight because it's super busy, and then inside could get a little overwhelming because we tried to fit as much as we can in the space that we have. So if you're claustrophobic or you have a lot of anxiety in large groups of people, just come a little bit later. That's all I'd recommend.
Yeah.
But if you're a psychopath like us and you don't care about anything like that, be there first thing. We'll see you there.
Yeah, if it wasn't our show, we'd be the first ones in line.
Oh,
For
100%.
sure.
100%.
Actually, we would probably get to know the host and just get early access like Gino does for us.
And like Kevin did for us.
Yeah.
So how many vendors are you gonna have at this next one?
We're gonna have 32. We're gonna slim it down a little bit less than the last time, just so there's more wiggle room in there. Last time there was 37, so that'll
Snoochie boochies.
that'll be a bigger, it'll be a difference. It'll be a noticeable difference, more walking room.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, right on. Well, that is it tonight, and congratulations on being on your first podcast. There'll be more and more, I guarantee it. I'll have you guys on again
Yay.
down the road, and I look forward to doing some hunting in Southern California, and hopefully you guys will stay around a little longer so we can all go to the flea markets and swap meets because they're awesome. They're so awesome. You'll find a
I
lot
would
of cool
love to.
stuff. I mean, I collect all kinds of different things besides toys, like VHS, comic books, stuff like that. So there's a lot of everything down there, and it's a
Sick.
good time. Just make sure you bring lots of water with you, and make sure you have very good walking shoes because there's a lot of walking.
Lots of cash too.
Yeah, a lot of cash because none of them take Venmo for the most part or Square or anything like that. So
Cool.
definitely have a lot of
Noted.
cash too.
Yeah, dude, let
Well, cool.
us know next time you're in Sacramento area. Maybe we can do a little like collab toy hunt video or something.
That'd be fun. I actually, I might be in like a week or two for work because my job's in Yuba City. Well, my main hub is in Yuba City, so I have to go there every once in a while. Plus, I have
Yeah,
to
that's
pick up
fun.
my purchases from Bob that I bought last week, I believe.
Yep,
So
they're here.
some Universal Monster stuff. So yeah, I will hit you guys up. I'll let you guys know when I'm in town, and we'll hang out. And yeah, that's it. You guys have plugged everything. Anything you guys forgot that you guys want to plug? Anything?
Stop giving Bob gifts and give me gifts.
There
Shut
we
up,
go. I was
Bob.
waiting for that.
Tell him, Steve Dave. No, thank you, T3, for having us. It's an honor
Yeah.
to be the first guest on your new podcast, dude. Thank you for thinking so highly of us. It means the world. We appreciate you, man. Good luck on everything else, all your videos, this podcast. We can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah, dude, keep killing it. You're killing it as well. So
Yeah, dude, the people love you,
Thank
so
you.
keep it up.
Appreciate you guys. And my goal was always to have you guys as my number one and first guest because you guys are local. And I wanted to highlight someone locally instead of someone not locally. It just made more sense. And I enjoy you guys. You guys are good people. You guys are good friends. And you guys hooked me up with my grill, one of the grills. So it was bound to happen anyway. So appreciate you guys. Thanks again for coming on. And yeah, we'll see. I'll talk to you guys later on in the week, I'm sure.
Yes,
That is
sir.
it for tonight. This is episode 1. There might be one of these every day. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it's the whole new thing, a whole new series. So we'll see how that turns out because you can run out of guests really fast. So
Yeah. Well, if you need any
maybe
help with guests, maybe we can recommend some people.
that's a good point. Yes, I will
Yes.
hit you up on that. Cool.
Sweet.
Well, thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. Good luck on the toy. Well, Collectible Bros, I guess is what I meant to say. And you guys follow them on YouTube. I have their links already, I think, set up in here. So just go to that link, follow them, give them a like. Go through all the videos and like all the videos, all of them. Those guys-
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
comment.
Actually,
Just-
we have a new video.
push
We just
Oh, good.
yeah, we just dropped
Yeah.
one like an hour ago. So-
Yeah, go watch that.
Perfect. Go watch
Please.
that. Go subscribe, like it, comment, and then go through every video and just push play. You don't have to watch it. Just give them the watch hours. Yeah.
Say T3 sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. All right, guys. Well, have a good night. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace
Thank you,
out.
brother. Have a good night.
Just
Thank you
the
guys
best.
for watching. Bye.
I found the time again. I found the